Welcome to the Meet Your Guides meditation. This meditation is going to help you connect with your spirit guides. So let's not dawdle and let's get started, all right? Get yourself into the most comfortable seated position that you can. You'll want to remain seated for this meditation as your intention is to have a meeting and conversation with your spirit guides. When we receive company, we like to be attentive to them. It's the same with our spirit guides. We're building a relationship with them. These are our friends that we're asking to come in and commune with us. So let's give them the time and the attention that they deserve. In your seated position, close your eyes, and we will take 3 deep breaths. Breathing deeply in. As we exhale, we relax our facial muscles and release our jaw. Taking in a second deep breath. As we exhale, we allow our shoulders to drop and relax while settling into our seat. Taking in the third deep breath, we exhale and allow our full weight to fall into the seat, knowing that we are fully supported in this space. Keeping your eyes closed, notice your surroundings. From what you remember from the space that you are in, reconstructing it in your mind's eye. We are all in the same space, seated across from each other or in a circle. We are in your space, so take note of any sounds that are around you. You notice that there is a slight humming sound as you're listening for sounds that is coming from above us. It is a surprisingly pleasant humming sound, almost like hummingbird wings. As you look up, you notice a white globe, about the size of a volleyball, and it's about 5 to 6 feet above our heads, very near the ceiling. It glows with a warm white light. As it continues to hum, what almost sounds like a tune of some sort, as you pay attention, it's almost as if the humming is actually very faint voices, humming a tune, and it's very relaxing. It makes you feel comforted and relaxed, and even content inside. The white globe begins to descend very slowly, and as it does, the humming becomes a little easier to hear. And you realize that these are, in fact, voices humming a tune. It's pulsating to the beat of this musical hum as it continues its descent ever so slowly, until it comes to a stop right about eye level between all of us. Every cell of your being wants to reach out and touch this globe because it seems like touching it would fill you with peace and joy beyond measure. You feel drawn to it, but you keep your hands to yourself because you notice it is now beginning to grow in size. The louder the song, which by now might even be angels from what you can tell, and their heavenly harps, the bigger the globe grows. And as soon as it's inches from your face, you're both excited and nervous at its size and at its proximity. You know it is of the highest and best vibration, but it is so close to your face now that you don't know what will happen. Will it touch your face and burst like a bubble? Or will it stop just short of your nose? The globe continues to grow, and to your surprise, it grows right past you, enveloping you in its beautiful, high vibrational energy. You can feel it touching your skin. It is cool and just a little bit moist, just gentle enough to make you feel like this is the best thing you've had touch your skin in such a long time. It's almost like baby skin, soft and gentle, and smelling like an invitation to hug it. Before you know it, it has grown at least 2 to 3 feet past you, and we are all inside this globe. Everything in here is a misty white color, like a mist that is your best friend and your supporter. You feel completely relaxed here. You know that all is well within this space. The humming has quieted down to the point where you can only hear the faint sound of harps and maybe an accompanying piano. The tune is gentle, calming, and lovely. If you look around, you realize that you can see past the globe's walls, just barely, to the room around us. And there's now about 6 feet of space between where you are seated and the interior of the wall of this misty globe. Your feeling is one of contentment as it suddenly and gently rises with us inside of it. You realize that you feel completely safe in here and secure, and you know where you're going. You can't wait to get there. You know the trip is short. As the globe rises to the ceiling of your room, you notice the globe passes right through it, as do you. No biggie. We are pure energy, like the globe, and we can move beyond any barriers. As it rises, we see the rooftop of the space that we're in. It continues to rise, and we see the roof move further away from us. We can see other buildings surrounding the space that we were in, the traffic, the people walking around. We continue to rise gently, slowly, or at least it seems slow. It feels slow, but we're moving pretty quick. So far up that now we see the entire neighborhood, the surrounding area, the next city or town, our emptiness around it. All the while, we know all is well and we are safe and secure. Contentment is the only other emotion we have aside from an inexplicable, mild excitement. Soon the buildings and cars and people are a blur. We see colors and shapes as we move so far away from the earth that it too becomes a giant blue and green globe. Looking out and away from the earth, we see another green and blue globe, which we are getting closer and closer to. We are heading towards what seems like another planet, but as we are close enough to see it, it's all water and mountains and green stretches of valley, a little different from the populated, busy earth that we came from. We are headed in the direction of what looks like a mountain area lake. It is high up, but surrounded by tall peaks with an area of green meadow that disappears into a tree line. Our white globe descends to a spot right along the tree line so we can see into a thick forest on one side and out across a meadow that stretches to a crystalline, sparkling lake on the other. When we feel like we are no longer moving and firmly on the ground, a door opens at one side of the globe. Between the forested area and the meadow, we step out and look around. We have a choice here. We can either go into the forest along what looks to be a well-trodden path, and as we look further down, it looks like there's a cottage on one end of this path. Or we can go in the opposite direction, towards the lake, across this meadow that is full of flowers, and what looks to be a gazebo at the lake's edge. Take a minute to look in both directions. The cottage in the forest, the gazebo by the water, and then walk towards the one that feels best for you. As you arrive, you will be standing at a doorway that is surrounded by clear crystal quartz and amethyst. It frames the entire doorway. You stop and wonder at the beauty of the stones, touching them, taking in their clean, protective, and calming energy. You can feel their energy. They are so pure and powerful, unlike anything you've ever come close to before. The quartz has absorbed any negativity that you may have been carrying with you thus far, and the amethyst has cleared and calmed your mind to better connect with those who we are about to meet. We have taken this journey to meet and commune with our spirit guides. Walk through the doorway now and find a comfortable seat. All the seats are open as you are the first to arrive. Look around you. There is a table near you with refreshments. Grab something if you'd like. Relax a bit. Looking around you, you'll see that without realizing it, you sat in the exact seat that you were supposed to. Because around you are other chairs, probably 10 chairs, all with titles on them. Master Teacher, Joy Guide, Protector, Gatekeeper, Chemist, Doctor, Healing Guide, Teacher Guide, Messenger Guide. How did you not notice these names or these labels when you walked in? Relax and wait. Someone is approaching. You can't quite make out if it's male or female, young or old. But as you start to distinguish the person coming towards the door, you can see how they are dressed. As soon as they are in the doorway, you have those answers, male, female, young, old. And your master teacher is standing there smiling at you with the look of seeing a long lost friend for the first time in years. And as your master teacher makes his or her way to the chair, you start to see a name appear on the back of the chair. You may be able to make it out, but if you can't, no worries. It's not important. In fact, you can even make up a name. Whatever pops into your mind, just go with it. Now you know someone else is approaching, so you look at the door. And your joy guide is approaching. You know this because there's a step in their bounce, and you can see that from afar. You feel as excited and cheery, and this happy energy approaches you. You can feel it, it's palpable. It is said that joy guides can actually even be fairies or elves or gnomes, mermaids, leprechauns, any of the elementals. So be open to whatever representation your joy guide has chosen for you to best connect with. As your joy guide bounces in the doorway and towards the designated chair, you again see a name appear on the inside of the chair back. Try to read it, and if not, feel free to create one. As soon as you complete a visual scan of your joy guide, your protector is already standing in the doorway. You didn't even feel this one coming. filling the space with a very strong and protective energy that is also quite palpable. The entire room fills with this energy. And you feel immediately relief that your protector has arrived. Look towards the designated chair. Your protector's name appears on the inside of the chair back where you can see it. Can you read it? If not, then maybe give your protector guide a name. Or maybe wait for another time, another meeting. We have a line forming outside the doorway now. Next, you will welcome your gatekeeper. The designated chair lights up the name. If you didn't catch it, create one as your gatekeeper takes a seat. We move on to the next guide. Now your doctor steps in, ready to talk to you about your spiritual growth. What is the name on that chair? The next one is your chemist. Do you have any questions or issues regarding your health? Now is the time to ask, Doctor. Wait, what is your chemist's name? Does it start with a doctor title? Or some other wellness professional, like maybe RN for nurse, or Phys for physician, or CH for certified herbalist, or even ND for naturopath? Did you see it light up on the chair? Now, all in a row, your healing guide, teacher guide, or guides, there could be multiple, and messenger guide or guides. They all walk in and they go to their designated seats as well. Take a quick look and see if you can recognize any names. Everyone is seated in a circular fashion, with plenty of room to breathe and move around if necessary. You may even have some guides standing around the outside of the circle. Sometimes we have 2 joy guides or multiple doctors or chemists or messenger guides. Make note of those if you'd like. Now it's time to sit for a while with all the spirit guides that have come to meet with you and talk to you. Feel their energy, both collective and individual. This will be one important way for you to recognize them the next time they step in. Listen. Is any one of them speaking to you? What is being said and who is saying it? Maybe there's complete silence and they're waiting for you to ask questions. Or maybe we're all just going to sit and be with each other's energy. So let the communing begin. I will be back to gather you later. It is time for your spirit guides to bid you farewell. We must return to our carriage, also known as the white globe that brought us to this amazing place. You will return along the same path that you took to get to your space. Stepping into the door of the globe that is still open, waiting for us. Take your seat again. Once we are all in, the door will disappear as if it were never there. And we can begin to hear that humming again, that faint humming tune. It's almost like an engine of a car is starting, or an airplane, but much more appealing. It's literally music to our ears. You instantly feel safe and secure. This humming sound relaxes you as you settle into your seat for the return voyage. The globe lifts and begins to ascend, and you can see the tops of the trees and the sun sparkling off the water of the lake. The mountains are comforting in their sturdy presence as we lift above those, knowing that they will be right there in the same place whenever we choose to return. Soon, this place is a green and blue globe in the distance, and looking in the opposite direction, you can see Earth. With its large blue spans of water. You focus back towards the inside of the globe that we are in for just a moment, reviewing what just happened. And before you know it, we're descending upon the rooftop of the space that we started in. Gently, we are lowered through the roof, seeing the ceiling above us as we stop gently on the floor of the room, safe, secure, content, and imbued with the energy of a new experience that has pushed us forward in our spiritual growth and increased our intuitive abilities. The globe around us is still humming, but is now becoming smaller and smaller, coming closer to your back, passing through us, and slowly becoming small, volleyball-sized, the way we first saw it, hovering at about eye level between us. It keeps getting smaller and smaller. Now it's tennis ball sized, golf ball sized, and then it's just gone. Just like that, it has disappeared. We know, however, that we can call upon our spirit guide globe to come in and help us connect with our spirit guides anytime we wish. We are present in this space. We are aware of our surroundings. We're back where we started and can begin to move our heads, our arms, our hands, our fingers, our feet, and our toes. Open your eyes when it feels right. Welcome back.